Good evening, everybody. So, my name is Sam, as Phil just introduced. Thank you, Phil. Before I start, I'm going to ask you to bear with me on 3 things, alright? First off, I don't like writing speeches. I think it comes off as unnatural, not all the time, but a lot of the time. So I wrote down about a page of notes, and if I have to refer to them in the middle of my speech, please bear with me, okay? Second off is, I'm pretty exhausted. Your energy is really invigorating me, but I'm pretty exhausted, so I may need some water in the middle of my speech as well, so please bear with me. And then third is, please put your phones away for like 5 minutes while I'm speaking. I guarantee you your Tinder matches will still be there when you get back. Alrighty, now it's customary for a president when he or she starts a speech to talk a little bit about his or her journey through Orientation Week, so that's what I'm going to do. I've given a little tip to the head ices, but I'm going to go through in order and talk about the color teams that I've been a part of. No promises, I've been a part of all. When I came in the first year, I joined, and I was actually a part of the Red Celtic. Wonderful, not bad, we'll see. As part of the Red Celtics, amazing experience. First year is unbelievable, you're going to love it. Okay? Second year, I separated myself a little bit from Orientation Week, and I moved into residence life. I was at dawn. But I still made it out to as many events as I could with my floor. And that year, they were actually champions. And that was the Blue Box. Now that's the last time I'm going to get you to cheer, so take a breath, enjoy it. Okay, now when I was thinking about how I was gonna start this speech or what I was going to talk about tonight, I went to a few people, and the best piece of advice I received was, what would you like to have known sitting in those stands? So I thought about it. I thought, would I have wanted to know the 5 things I could have done to succeed as a Laurier Golden Hawk? Maybe. Would I have wanted to know how to be a balanced student? Maybe. But I got to thinking, and you know what, you're going to get a lot of that. You're going to hear it from your dons and your peers and the faculty and staff and your icebreakers. So I decided to talk about something that hits a little closer to home. Okay? It means a lot to me, and I hope you can connect with it in some way as well. So what I'm going to talk about tonight is actually this article. I'm holding it in my hand, but you'll see a better view of it later. I'm not going to tell you exactly what's on it yet. We'll get back to that later. But essentially the overarching theme is predisposition, or nature versus nurture, or in layman's terms, those things in life that we just can't change. Okay, those things that we have that we're stuck with. So I'm not going to get into that a little more, just keep that in the back of your mind while I'm speaking, and I'll tell you what this article is all about in a bit. So, March 18th, 1992, does anyone know what that might be? Birthday! My birthday! It is my birthday, well done. Very smart group this year. So yes, that was my birthday. I'm my parents' eldest child, and I'd like to think you're very thankful for me. I'm going to talk a little bit about my parents now. That's why you see this handsome fellow on the screen right now. That's my father. That's Scott Lambert, really great guy. He's about 5'8", so he didn't want a full body shot because it makes him look short. He's about 5'8", but he goes to the gym every day. He's very strong, and I'm not going to say anything bad about him because he could probably kick my ass. So that's what I'm going to say about my father. Great guy, very hardworking. Next up is my mother. There she is. Okay. My mom is also very beautiful, kind. She's really gotten into Facebook lately, though. And any change of like hair or outfit, she takes another selfie. So, oh, mom, looking great. There's no, that's at work with her spinal diorama. Oh, there's new haircut. And there's her was probably made from 3 animals. I'm kidding, it's Gopher, but that's my mom. She's a nurse, she cares about no one more than her children. She's extremely selfless, and I love her to bits. So these are my parents, yeah, that's them there. And I'm thankful every day for them. They're very kind and beautiful people, and they gave birth to this. Believe it or not, in that picture, I think I am 9 months old. So I know I look like I'm 2 years old. That's because I ate enough for 5 babies. It's shocking that I got to this weight because, as you can see, I get about 70% of it on my face instead of in my stomach. But still, nevertheless, my mom likes to say I rolled around before I could crawl. Now, the first words out of my mom's mouth when I was born in the room were not, "Oh my God, Scott, look how beautiful he is," or "We're so thankful to have such a healthy baby." It was, "Holy shit, look at that red hair." So my dad proceeded to sprint down the hall to our extended family in the waiting room and say, "Guys, he has red hair." And everyone was like, "What?" And that mystery is still yet to be solved. No one knows why. But that's me. And yeah, I mean, I love my parents more than anything. I had a pretty great life. Like any child, I started drinking at about 7 months old. Me and my mom actually watching the Jays win the World Series in 1992. My first beer, 7 months old. I'm kidding, it is not my legitimate first beer, obviously. But great night, don't remember anything. But I know I had a pretty great life. My parents were amazing. We did move around a lot though. So I think I was in about 7 different homes before the beginning of high school. Which was tough. So I lived in Ottawa, I lived in Montreal, Sudbury. I'm in Oakville now. Any GTA folks in the room? I moved around a lot, and I was picked on a lot. Now everyone's like, "Oh no, bullying." Yeah, well, seriously, I was picked on. I love studying, I love school, I loved math, which isn't cool. That was not supposed to rhyme either. I loved Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! About 5 years after I was really into Mario, but I never really got into any of the first-person shooters, so that wasn't very cool. And I had glasses from the age of 5. So you can imagine going through elementary school being called 4 Eyes every day of your life is not the greatest thing. I also had a retainer, and everyone's like, "Oh, you can't even see a retainer." But I think I threw it out with my garbage after lunch twice a year. And then I'd have to dig through all the garbage with the janitor to find it. So not the coolest thing in the entire world, right? Anyway, I had a rough go, but overall I was happy. I had friends, I had my family, like I said, extremely supportive of me. And I was happy, and that's all that matters. And then high school came. And high school can be a tough time for anyone, right? It's when puberty hits, maybe a little before that. It's when you worry about what you're going to wear every day, how your face looks because it's covered in acne like mine was, who you're going to talk to or why your friends aren't talking to you as much. People have cell phones now, which makes things even harder. But that stuff wasn't it for me. What was it for me was that everyone else, all my buddies, were saying, "Oh my gosh, look how cute this girl is." And I'm thinking to myself for the very first time in my entire life, "Holy shit, I'm gay." Okay? Now you can imagine, it was probably the hardest time of my entire life. You can't understand, it takes over your life. Work, at home, at school, when you're playing sports, doesn't matter, it's all you can think of. It's like tunnel vision, singular, the one thing you can focus on. You try to suppress it as much as you can, and it's not easy. I tried to tell myself, yeah, I can choose to love a woman. I can make that choice. I can choose to be normal. That's not how it works either. Right? So you get into a very, very vicious cycle of telling yourself that. And then this all gets back to what I was talking about earlier, and those things you can't change in life. There are tons of them. You can't change your height or your shoe size. I can't change the fact that I'm 6 feet tall and I have size 10 feet. Can't change the fact that I have pudgy little fingers, that I'll never be able to play the piano. Can't change the fact that I don't like olives, or that I don't like blue cheese. And no one will ever be able to change the fact that I don't romantically love women. Okay, and that's a very hard thing to deal with. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't deal with it. It was difficult. A very wise man once said, though, May my faith give me the serenity to accept the things I can't change, the courage to change those things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And it wasn't, for me, it wasn't my faith that did that. It wasn't God, but it was this place. This place is beyond words. It's unbelievable. I can't describe it to you. I get emotional thinking about it. But when I came here, everything changed for me. I made friends, lots of friends. I had a really, really great time. I did well in school. I fell in love. That was great. I obviously had the courage to come out and was supported by everyone around me. It's knowing that you can come to a place that embraces diversity, that doesn't care about things that don't matter, that doesn't worry about the things that you can't change because it doesn't matter that you can't change them. Because all of us are always going to be here to support you. It's unbelievable, and it's like, well, wouldn't that be the same for any university? No, it's something about this place. I don't know how to say it, I don't know how to convey that to you, but you're going to see over the next 4 years. Now, if we go to the article, so this is what the article said, and this haunted me throughout high school. Can play habits indicate sexual orientation? That's the headline, okay? This article was written about me in, I think, I was like 5 years old. Imagine finally figuring out, oh man, I might be gay, and having to think about this every day of your life. And then when I got here, none of it mattered. Those things I couldn't change didn't matter anymore. And I am so very, very thankful to have chosen this place, and you should be too. So in conclusion, I say, thank you for coming here. It's the best decision you're ever going to make, and welcome to the Laurier family.